Bonsoir, 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 buonasera a tutti.
Guten Abend, good evening, and a very warm welcome tonight.
C'est un réel plaisir de vous accueillir ici dans les murs de la meilleure université d'Europe continentale, en chair et en os. Parce qu'il est vrai que l'année passée, nous avons eu une cérémonie, mais cette cérémonie était malheureusement virtuelle pour célébrer des talents, des entreprises bel et bien réelles. C'est un réel plaisir, par contre, de vous accueillir en chair et en os.
Ouais. Es ist also tatsächlich eine wahre Freude, zumindest für uns, Sie hier wirklich in echt begrüßen zu dürfen. Seit fast 25 Jahren gibt es diese Institution Venture. Hier wird die Spreu vom Weizen getrennt, und zwar in Sachen Startups. Hier wird Zukunft mitgestaltet und es ist jedes Mal besonders spannend, all die inspirierenden Leute mit ihren Ideen zu treffen, die die Welt ein kleines bisschen einfacher, ein kleines bisschen effizienter und vielleicht auch ein ganzes Stück besser machen wollen.
For this 16th Venture ceremony, you will have two MCs. Let me introduce you, Vasiliki Gutsiou-Mitros. She's a brilliant anchor woman for the German-speaking national television called SRF.
Thank you,
Bienvenue,
Olivier.
Vasiliki.
Merci bien. And this very charming gentleman, c'est Olivier Dominique. He's a wonderful news and sport anchor on RTS, Swiss television, from the French-speaking part in Switzerland.
Tonight we'll celebrate success of 357 companies coming from all around Switzerland. 357 companies, it's an increase of 10% compared to last year. This is really great and shows us the magnificent possibility of innovation in Switzerland.
You see, Olivier, not everybody is bored during lockdown, so
No.
for some people there was a true spark of innovation. Tonight we will present you 7 awards in each of the 5 verticals won, and the audience award, of course.
And the grand prize. The grand prize is
Exactly.
the winner of the winners. In French, you say la crème de la crème. Et l'apéro, c'est après. And each winner of the 5 verticals will receive, each winner of the 5 verticals can compete, and the winner will receive an additional 100,000 Swiss francs.
Exactly.
Yes?
I think this was the introductory, so I will swap you, Olivier. Thank you very much so far with my next guest. Before we start to give money away that doesn't belong to us, let me introduce you to the real host of this event, because don't forget, we are guests at the ETH Zurich. Since 2019, he's been president of this institution for the first time in over 100 years, a Welsh on this seat. Managing such an institution does not come without challenges, of course, and only to mention the Corona crisis or the negotiations on the institutional agreement with the EU. He successfully navigates ETH through those times and giving the institution the international visibility it deserves, and bringing the brightest minds to Zurich, such as Nobel Prize winner Didier Queloz. Please welcome, with a very warm applause, Professor Dr. Joël Mezeaux.
Thank you for the very kind words. Ladies and gentlemen, dear young entrepreneurs, it's a great pleasure for me to welcome you all back here at ETH Zurich. And even if the pandemic has created additional hurdles to many startups, Switzerland as a nation of entrepreneurs appears to master the situation very well, as both the numbers of newly founded companies and the level of investment shows. As far as ETH Zurich is concerned, we even recorded a new all-time high during the pandemic year 2020, with 34 new spin-off companies. And our ETH young companies received more than 1 billion Swiss francs in venture capital over the last 2 years. I think this is a remarkable result. Thank you, it's not my success. It's all what was achieved in the past 20 years, of course. There is, however, and this was mentioned in the introduction, one major concern that we universities have and that is affecting Switzerland as a center of innovation altogether. Our relationship to Europe, and in particular, the fact that Switzerland, during this summer, has been degraded to the role of non-associated third-party country, and as such reduced to that of a spectator of the world's largest research program, Horizon Europe. In short, we are not playing anymore in the Champions League of science. We are already feeling the first negative effects, since our researchers are not allowed anymore to apply for the prestigious ERC Advanced grants or cannot take on leadership roles in EU projects. If this wasn't enough, we have been excluded from 2 prestigious programs, one related to quantum and one related to space. Those are 2 fields where Switzerland and the ETHs in general are leading, world leading. And finally, we have the first indications that Swiss spin-off companies in the field of medtech and cybersecurity are considering relocating outside of Switzerland. There are no good prospects, and we can only emphasize again and again how important it is to resume our association to Horizon Europe as a full member as soon as possible. I must say, our State Secretary, Martina Hirayama, and our Federal Chancellor and President de la Confédération are working hard to reach this goal, but we should all support them to reach the goal. In such tense situation, it is more important than ever that we do not slacken our efforts to promote startups. Actually, we should even increase our effort. In the spirit of what Venture, the mother of all young entrepreneur competitions in Switzerland, has demonstrated for years. Through the vision, the impact that can be achieved through continuous promotion of young entrepreneurs is an impressive example. But tonight, once more, we are looking forward to the presentation of great new business ideas and, of course, to the awarded prizes. So congratulations already now to all teams who have made it so far, and thank you all, participants, researchers, teachers, jury, and moderators, as well as Thomas Knecht and his crew for shaping the future of Switzerland. Dear teams, it is your evening, and I'm wishing you all full success for the years to come as well. And now I would like to give the floor to Thomas Knecht. Thomas. No? Okay. I squeeze it again. I give it back to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Exactly. I now would like to present that man. Let me just, exactly, for all those who don't know Thomas Knecht, which would be a few in here, he founded this all back in 1997. For 30 years, he's been advising people on how to do business at McKinsey & Company before taking over the family company, which kept growing under his leadership. So this man really knows what he is doing. Empowering innovators is both to him, I would say, a hobby and a real passion. And tonight he promised us a number of good news. So I would say, let's see what he's got, what he brought with him. Please welcome founder of Venture Competition and chairman of Venture Foundation, Thomas Knecht. Bitte schön.
Dear Venture community, good evening and a warm welcome to the Venture Award ceremony. It's a great pleasure to see you all here again. We live in challenging times. People are looking for good news. And I have plenty of good news tonight. At last year's virtual award ceremony, I told you about several venture winners who joined the fight against COVID. I'm glad to report that these teams are still on the forefront of the battle. I think of Sophia Genetics, Molecular Partners, HiQ, and others. Mentioning Sophia Genetics, I'm pleased to report that they had a very successful IPO at the Nasdaq just last July. 9 years ago, in 2012, they won the venture competition. Today, their market cap exceeds $1.2 billion US, and they have more than 300 employees. I find their case intriguing because it goes against several cliches. First, it proves again, yet again, as a venture alumnus, it is possible to become a unicorn here in Switzerland. You don't need to go anywhere else with your idea. Just stay here and grow. Second, in Switzerland, there is upward mobility. Sophia's visionary founder and CEO, a Basque fellow named Jurgi Camblong, he came to Switzerland for his PhD. When he arrived in Switzerland, Jurgi had no network here and no money. Yet he managed to launch a very successful company. In fact, different studies show that the famous American dream, die Tellerwäscherkarriere, is much more feasible in Switzerland than in most other countries. So please dream the Swiss team. Third, do not listen to your parents if you want to become a successful entrepreneur. Jurgi Camblong's father told him he would last a maximum of 6 months in Switzerland. Soon, Jurgi will celebrate his 20th year in the Romandie. To make my fourth point, I would like to move to HiQ, a venture winner from 2006. They went public last December in the midst of the crisis, and their share price is developing nicely. The cliché they prove wrong is that in Switzerland, you could only be successful in pharma or in finance. Far from it. HiQ sold over 1 billion of their innovative textile products with antiviral protection during the pandemic. Now, let's take a look at how our competition performed this year. It's with great pride that I announced that we've never had as many participants as this year. In fact, 357, we heard it, teams participated. This is great news for our country that depends so much on innovation. In 1997, we launched this competition as a joint venture between McKinsey and ETH. We are grateful to have been able to expand our partnership over the years to include InnoSwiss, EPFL, and my own company, Knecht Holding. All our co-organizing partners are represented on the board of the Venture Foundation. To complement the board from this year on, it's a great honor for me to extend a warm welcome to former Federal Councillor Doris Leuthard. She has been a long time and a very strong supporter of venture. Further members of the Foundation's board include André Hofmann, the Vice Chairman of Roche, André Kudelski, the President of InnoSwiss, Ulrich Loser of BLR Partners, Martin Vetterli, the President of EPFL, and Marco Ziegler, Senior Partner at McKinsey. And of course, our host tonight, Joël Mezeau. Thank you, Joël, for having us tonight. I promised you good news. Here's another one. With 37 companies and media partners, there have never been more corporate sponsors who support us than today. Nothing would be possible without them. Mind you, when we started in 1997, there were 11 sponsors. And of the now 37, 4 are former venture participants. A special welcome goes to the representatives that are with us tonight. Thank you very much for being here. Our coaches and jurors are an indispensable pillar of the venture competition. Together, they contribute thousands of hours of work. And like all members of the Foundation's board and of the advisory board, they all work pro bono, no compensation. Since 1997, around 1,300 coaches and jurors have been or still are part of the Venture Network. Their contribution has been important to prepare the teams for the real world, in which these teams created more than 10,000 jobs. This year alone, our participants could benefit of the advice from 250 coaches and jurors. Finally, we rely on the venture organizing team. The organizing team under the leadership of the Venture Foundation CEO, Lea Firmin, turns the venture idea into action on the ground. To close, I have a riddle for you as Rätsel. What do the law of gravity, the light bulb, and Scotch tape have in common? Answer: they all were invented in times of crisis. Necessity is the mother of invention, as the proverb goes. We definitely live in times where new needs, new behaviors, and new patterns emerge. I urge you to be bold and seize this unique moment in history. Thomas Wellauer, chairman of SIX, the Swiss Stock Exchange, is with us tonight. I'm sure he would be interested in taking your company public. And we will be more than happy to cover your IPO here 9 years from now. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. And now let's hand over the stage to our winning teams and the moderators. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Thomas Knecht.
Yeah, thank you so much for your words. And now we'll start. Just quick words. Startups that participated this year will have the opportunity to win some cash prizes. The winner of the vertical will win 50,000 Swiss francs, the second 20,000 Swiss francs, and the third one 10,000. And the winner will also have a McKinsey business consulting package.
Exactly. And how exactly this all works, and if you're following us online on the stream and you want to participate next year, watch this video, then you'll be updated.
So, you saw the map of Switzerland, and we are talking a little bit of RTS in the name of RTS and my director, Pascal Critin. It's my pleasure to announce you the winner of the 2021 Audience Award. It's a special partnership between Venture and RTS, the Swiss French-speaking national television, and together they've selected 5 companies, 5 finalists to compete Eurovote.
We start with the presentation. The first one is Fia Money, the first banking app for women. It wants to fix the gender gap in financial knowledge and access to capital. Tailored, approachable, and impact-driven banking to empower women financially.
Inversight, advanced targeted therapies for invasive cancers. They develop novel inhibitors against specific proteins which causes cancer cells invasion.
DuoKey, their mission is to secure your communications, documents and data by allowing every company to regain control of their encryption, as cybersecurity is #1 concern of all companies moving their documents to cloud.
Infrascreen, developing an innovative nanomaterial used to increase the energy efficiency of agricultural greenhouses. Greenhouses are both more profitable, more sustainable, and drastically cutting their CO2 emissions.
And everybody who has kids at home, so they're doing math homework, pay attention. Modus operandi, or Elephant, make your kids' learning more joyful with a mathematics app called Modus Operandi, scanning the solution path and telling you what they've done right and what they've done wrong.
And so in this envelope, we have the first winning of tonight. It's the winner of the 2021 Venture Audience Award. 5 companies were selected. At the end, as you know, there will be only one winner. Let's have a look in the envelope. I hope the name is right. In this envelope, it's worth 10,000 Swiss francs, and the winner of the Venture 2021 Audience Award is Modus Operandi or Pelephant. Welcome on stage. Don't run, don't run, don't run.
Don't run, it's a step.
Please be safe. Congratulations. We do a check like this. Yes, we do it like this. So, this is for you.
Thanks a lot.
In the name of Venture and RTS, congratulations.
Thanks.
I have just a question. Are you alone, or is the whole team here?
No, my whole team is distributed all over the world. So I have a guy sitting in Nigeria and in Kenya and in Germany. So it's me who is sitting in Switzerland.
So they are following you maybe live.
I hope so.
You could say 2 words to them.
I'm so proud of you. Thanks a lot. Without you, it wouldn't have been possible to make this application happen and to make this application run. So thanks, team. Thank you.
Just to understand how it's working. Yeah, applause. You can give some applause, for sure. How did the idea come to do something like this with an app on mathematics?
Yeah, so I'm teaching really since a long time, and I'm tutoring, and there are always the same questions from the students, and I can feel that if you don't get feedback directly, you will never get better, and just learning random stuff, it doesn't help. And so I came up with the idea, how can you really help a student who's struggling in math at the same time when he's learning? So the idea is basically you do your math like you're doing it always, just write it down by hand, and then you scan it, and Modus Operandi will directly tell you whether it's right or wrong, what you have calculated, and maybe also why it's right or why it's wrong.
What do you want to change with this app? What do you find the most frustrating in mathematics, for example?
Yeah, so for me, it's not frustrating because I love math and I
but
really
for
like
that
to
are using your app?
Yeah, it's always the topic about you don't know what you have done right. Then I think there's some professor sitting around. The result is x equals 7, and you get the result x equals 5, and you don't know why it's wrong. And then you have to ask someone, and maybe in class, you don't want to stand up and ask, but you want to know what you have done wrong.
And is it for all levels?
Yes. So you can use it from the age of 12, I would say, until the age of
99.
67. Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks
Bravo.
a lot.
Félicitations. Winner
Thanks
of the
a lot.
Audience Award. Oh, wait. Ramona? Wait. She's already gone. We need a little picture. Yeah. A little picture. Yeah, where's the photograph? Is there? On peut applaudir, s'il vous plaît, Pelephant et Modus Operandi, s'il vous plaît.
So, the importance of this competition is also marked by the support of the Swiss Confederation. I don't think in any other country of this world the ministries of economy, education and research are come together in one as it is the case in Switzerland. I think this award is an example of how much sense this makes, considering the fact that for driving innovation and a healthy entrepreneurship, synergies of all the three departments are needed. You all came here tonight, and I mean the startup teams, to win. But winning isn't always about being rewarded. Our federal councillor, Guy Parmelin, couldn't be here in person tonight, but he has addressed some words to us.
Chers membres du Conseil de fondation, chers entrepreneurs, je suis heureux de pouvoir m'adresser à vous par message vidéo aujourd'hui à l'occasion de la remise des prix Venture. Plus de 350 jeunes entreprises ont participé au concours Venture 2021, mais il n'y aura que 3 lauréats par branche. Même s'il y aura, comme le dit la formule, beaucoup d'appelés et peu d'élus, vous ne rentrerez pas chez vous perdant. En effet, vous faites définitivement partie des gagnants car vous apportez une contribution importante à la Suisse, un pays dédié à la recherche et à l'industrie. Un chiffre impressionnant le démontre. Les jeunes pousses suisses qui ont vu le jour au cours des 10 dernières années ont créé quelques 50 000 emplois. C'est un chiffre impressionnant qui est révélateur de l'esprit d'innovation et de l'ingéniosité technologique qui anime l'économie suisse. Le milieu des startups s'est fortement développé depuis 2003 et il est reconnu sur le plan international. Il a depuis lors assis sa crédibilité, il mérite notre confiance et celle du monde politique également. La crise du coronavirus n'a pas épargné les jeunes entreprises. En effet, selon une enquête du Swiss Startup Radar, près de la moitié d'entre elles ont subi une baisse de leur chiffre d'affaires. Mais il y a aussi de bonnes nouvelles. Malgré la pandémie, 7,3% de la population adulte en âge de travailler a l'intention de se lancer dans un projet entrepreneurial dans les 3 prochaines années. Le rôle de la Confédération n'est pas d'insuffler le courage que requiert le lancement et le développement d'une start-up. Cela, c'est votre job. Il n'empêche, en offrant des conditions cadres optimales, elle a le moyen de vous soutenir dans vos projets. Le département fédéral de l'économie, de la formation et de la recherche, sur mandat du Conseil fédéral, a examiné l'écosystème des startups en Suisse. Dans l'ensemble, nous observons qu'il se porte bien. Des améliorations restent toutefois possibles dans plusieurs domaines, notamment au niveau du transfert de technologies, de l'internationalisation, de l'accès au personnel qualifié et du financement. Le 25 août 2021, le Conseil fédéral a chargé mon département et le département fédéral de justice et police d'approfondir l'évaluation des mesures envisageables dans ces domaines. Les conclusions sont attendues pour juin 2022. J'aimerais encore dire 2 mots d'InnoSuisse, l'agence suisse pour l'encouragement de l'innovation. Sa mission est d'accélérer le transfert des connaissances de la recherche vers l'industrie et de renforcer ainsi la compétitivité des PME suisses. InnoSuisse se focalise en premier lieu sur le soutien aux projets d'innovation, à savoir l'aide à des PME qui développent de nouveaux services et produits en collaboration avec les hautes écoles et les instituts de recherche. À l'avenir, cette agence renforcera également son engagement en faveur des jeunes pousses en matière de promotion de la relève et de coaching. Mais pour que des innovations puissent voir le jour, il faut dans la plupart des cas commencer par développer des connaissances de base. L'encouragement de l'innovation par la Confédération débute donc avant même le développement effectif des innovations. Si l'on considère l'ensemble de la chaîne de valeur, on voit que cet encouragement est assuré depuis la recherche fondamentale jusqu'aux applications axées sur le marché. Le Fonds national suisse est le principal soutien de la recherche fondamentale indépendante. Il est chargé par la Confédération d'encourager la recherche dans toutes les disciplines en accordant une attention particulière à la relève scientifique. Il est primordial en matière d'innovation d'éviter les lacunes de financement lors du passage de la recherche fondamentale à son application concrète. Le programme Bridge du Fonds national suisse et d'InnoSuisse est justement là pour faire le pont. Grâce à ce programme, les chercheurs peuvent transférer dans la continuité les résultats de recherche à fort potentiel de mise en œuvre vers des innovations commercialisables. Mesdames et messieurs, vous qui êtes de jeunes entrepreneurs, vous assumez souvent une fonction charnière entre la science et l'industrie en contribuant de manière significative à l'exploitation du potentiel d'innovation issu de la recherche. À ce titre, vous jouez un rôle majeur dans le maintien de la capacité d'innovation de notre pays, qui a de quoi être fier à cet égard. En 2020, il s'est en effet classé au premier rang du Global Innovation Index établi par l'INSEAD et l'Organisation mondiale de la propriété intellectuelle. Cette position est flatteuse, mais surtout primordiale, car les innovations sont le moteur de notre économie. Conscient de l'importance des startups dans cet environnement, le Conseil fédéral s'est donné pour objectif d'optimiser sans relâche les conditions cadres pour que les créateurs d'entreprises continuent à choisir la Suisse comme lieu d'implantation et contribuent de ce fait à son dynamisme. Vous avez déjà osé franchir un pas courageux en créant votre entreprise. Je vous souhaite bonne chance et beaucoup de succès dans la suite de votre parcours.
Merci, Monsieur le Président de la Confédération. Tonight, 5 verticals among the 357 candidates, 3 finalists per vertical. So it means that in total, 15 startups pitched in front of the advisory board members a couple of hours ago. And after this, the advisory board members ranked the 3 finalists in place 1, 2, and 3. Even if they are all winners already, and it was mentioned also by Thomas Knecht, the innovation is so important, and don't be afraid of innovating, don't be afraid of being an entrepreneur, don't be afraid of have some failures. For sure, all wants to participate at the grand prize, but only the winner of each vertical will be able to participate to the grand prize award, which is worth in total 150,000 Swiss francs. So let's start with the first vertical of this audience, of this ceremony, with finance and insurance. Let me introduce you the 3 winning teams. I will ask the winning teams during the video that will follow to come down here and then to join me on stage. First company among the 41 companies competing teams, ISO Real-Time AI Insight for Trading and Asset Management, Ignatica, cloud and blockchain-based core insurance platform, and Lina, an innovative B2B2C distribution platform for single-item insurance. Let's ask the teams, not the teams, but the CEOs to come with me on stage, and let's look on this video what they do.
We're ISOT. We provide next-generation real-time insights for financial markets. We're an ETH spin-off with a highly skilled team with backgrounds in complexity science, financial machine learning, and entrepreneurship. The world today runs on real-time information. And especially in the financial world, the real-time information that has an influence on assets and prices and volatility are becoming more and more complex. We support traders and asset managers in making sense of real-time information by producing data analytics and forecasts. A growing number of savers around the world need to invest their money. ISOT makes sure that those investing the money have the most relevant information available.
We are a Hong Kong-based insurtech company founded by insurance executives with a broad experience in managing insurance IT infrastructure.
As we go forward, we will see insurance being embedded in other ecosystems, especially digital ecosystems, whether it is e-commerce, whether it's travel, where people live and work. Insurance will become woven into people's daily lives instead of a product that gets pushed in a particular way. In order to take advantage of this, insurers need core infrastructure that is fundamentally different than what they have right now. Ignatica is there to provide that.
We have been able to work with big brands as well as regional insurance players and also support brokers in servicing and selling next generation digital insurance.
Lina is a fintech which empowers banks to create value from payment data. As a first step, Lina enables banks to offer their customer trigger-based the right insurance product at the right time.
Imagine you've just bought the bike for several thousand Swiss francs. Of course, you want to make sure that's perfectly covered. Lina will help your bank to check your existing insurance, and in case of any protection gap for your beloved item, we can offer you the right insurance to buy it with your smartphone.
Technology-wise, Lina leveraged AI to detect what did the customer purchase. On the business side, Lina is a first mover, providing an excellent opportunity to grow globally and to strengthen Switzerland as a fintech hub.
So please welcome on stage Stefan Klauser, CEO of ISO, Manuel San Miguel, CEO of Ignatica, and Habib Gzara, CEO of Lina. Please, big applause. And for this first vertical, my pleasure to welcome Marc Burki, Chairman of Swissquote. A big applause for him. Bienvenue. He joins us as advisory board member of Venture for the finance and industry vertical. Marc, do you remember more than 25 years ago when you were perhaps in the same situation as a startup, starting with Swissquote? Remember those days? What could you give them as an advice?
Well, I would say don't sell your company too early. Right? I know you guys are super successful, or you will be or become super successful, so I think keep your company and don't get diluted too much.
I think this is a very good advice. We are talking about an IPO. This is perhaps the next step for you guys. It's now time to announce who is the winner of this award. Alors, si vous arrivez à faire les deux en même temps, avec le micro.
Okay, I can, no problem. So, the winner of this vertical is the company Lina.
Congratulations. Come on this side, please. I want to announce the other result before having a quick chat with you and Marc Burki. On the second place of this first vertical of the night is ISO. Congratulations. And the third place for Ignatica. Gentlemen, for sure you want to win. It's always the same, but congratulations. Keep on going. It's very nice what you are doing. And please, success will come, I'm sure. Thank you. On peut les applaudir, s'il vous plaît. Je passe le micro. Marc Burki, what did the jury like with Lina?
Well, first we like the idea. I think it's we like the innovation in that. You know, it looks very straightforward to sell insurance to goods when you buy them. But the way they do it and the innovation behind and the easiness, we liked it a lot.
Congratulations. I take just the microphone. Thank you so much, Marc. How do you feel? Let's go a bit in.
Flattered. Good.
Explain me what is in it for the end consumer on your product.
So basically we are helping the customer to have a better consumption journey. I mean, when you buy something, you have additional needs. So what we are doing, basically we are starting with the point insurance, but the idea is really to help the customer in this consumption journey.
Is it easy to integrate in the banks?
Yes, it's actually a matter of 1 or 2 sprints, so it's really simple to integrate within the banks.
Last question, the importance of machine learning for improving the AI model. How could you explain it in little words?
So basically what we are doing is we have first of all, an AI model which is dedicated to our needs, but also basically how the customer behave, how they purchase. It helps us to improve this machine learning algorithm and to get more and more smarter.
Habib, congratulations.
Merci.
Vous êtes qualifié pour le Grand Prix. On verra ça tout à l'heure. You are qualified for the Grand Prize. We see that later. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Thank you so much, Marc Burki. Merci.
Thank you, Olivier. The next vertical we are proceeding to is health and nutrition, something that affects our everyday life. That's why it's the biggest vertical of the competition, with almost 100 startups to submit their business ideas. Let's have a look on the 3 winning teams. It's Inanna Fertility. Artificial intelligence helps here to improve the success rate of in vitro fertilization. Luja creates a natural alternative to meat from Okara, a side stream from soy milk production, which is usually wasted. And Pipra, they identify high-risk patients prior to surgery to reduce post-operative cognitive complications. Please come on stage, the CEOs come on stage while we watch the short video of your startup activity.
Inanna Fertility is all about baby making powered by artificial intelligence. We're a Zurich-based health tech startup dedicated to dramatically improve in vitro fertilizations. IVF is a financial, physical and emotional burden for couples, and the success rates are below 20%. We will change that by creating a clinical decision support tool for IVF clinics to personalize treatments. Our goal is to increase success rates and improve transparency. Our USP is access to one of the world's largest fertility data sets and a holistic approach covering every major step of the IVF process, from prognosis to personalized treatment protocol to transfer.
We're a team of chefs, food technologists, and Epicureans with a passion for great food and an ambition to create a more sustainable food system. One that allows us to eat healthy and tasty food without destroying our environment. We have developed Luja, a delicious alternative to meat based on rescued Okara. Okara is a side product of the tofu and soy milk production. Despite its attractive nutritional profile, over 2,000 tons of this product are wasted in Switzerland every year. Globally, it is over 14 million tons. By combining innovative processing and traditional fermentation methods, we transform Okara into tasty and natural slices, chunks and patties that can be easily turned into healthy and delicious meals. Luja convinces chefs and consumers with its juiciness and great bite. By rescuing local organic ingredients, we create a truly sustainable alternative to meat.
At Pipra, our mission is to tackle a fundamental unmet challenge in healthcare, post-operative delirium, using our own proprietary AI-driven risk assessment software to indicate a patient's risk score prior to surgery. That allows for preventive measures to be taken for high-risk patients. Post-operative delirium has serious adverse outcomes on patients. It doubles nursing home admissions, it increases the risk of mortality significantly, and many patients continue with long-term cognitive decline and dementia. It's also a serious problem for hospitals. It increases the cost significantly through increased length of hospital stay. Our software as a service solution uses the largest, richest database in the world on postoperative delirium to drive its algorithm. We own this database, giving us both IP and business protection. 3 months ago, we received our CE certification as a medical device, and last month we launched in our first hospital. We have a funnel of at least 10 hospitals waiting to use our software.
Please welcome on stage John Klepper from Pipra, Martina Stucki from Inanna Fertility, and Flavia Hagenbuch from Luja. Warm applause, please. And a warm applause also for the advisory board member for this vertical. Please welcome on stage Anja König, Global Head of Novartis Venture Fund. Please come a bit. Very good. Hello and welcome. Exactly. Without giving away the winner yet, how difficult was it to make a decision in this vertical which was so big?
It was generally very difficult. The companies were very different and each excellent in their own way. I would say, we really enjoyed the patient focus of the two AI companies. We really enjoyed the focus on planetary health in the food company, so it was quite a tough decision. And I would say the overall decision was even tougher, but I shan't give anything away.
No, not yet, but I give you now the envelope. So here you go.
And the winner is, first place goes to Luja Foods. Congratulations.
Sorry, you give me the envelope, you get the prize, and you hand over the prize.
Congratulations. Here's your green box. Everybody else also gets a green box, so
Exactly.
really there are no losers here.
They're only green boxes.
No golden green boxes.
Second prize to PIPRA and the third prize to Inanna Fertility. Congratulations to all winning teams. Thank you. Exactly. You see here, Anja König, there are quite a few alternatives to meat products already on the market. What was the unique selling point of this company?
Really two things. We have to believe your pitch to some extent, but I do mean to try it out. So one of the purported advantages is it tastes better, and we can all try this out for ourselves at Café du Bonheur, I found out. So that's point one. Point two is the CO2 footprint, which is really the whole point why we are doing this in the first place. And you made a very convincing argument that you perform better on this axis, and for me that's the most important thing. And then it was really the idea that it's contributing to a circular economy, that something would otherwise go to waste, which is always very satisfying. So, I would say I see this very much as a healthcare company, because if we don't address the climate crisis, none of us will have any health at all. So.
We'll hire you as our brand ambassador. I couldn't have said that better.
We do this later. So a lot of unique selling point arguments. Let me be a bit mean, just a little bit.
Sure.
And I'm sure you've been asked this a lot of times. Why, without saying exactly the same as she said, why do we need another alternative to meat?
I think there's one key point here. We don't offer just a meat copy, an imitation of meat which already exists, but it's actually adding something new to people's palates and plates. So you can cook with Luja actually more new things. So we really add something. It's not about taking stuff away, but it's about adding more variety to vegans, vegetarians, and flexitarians when they don't want to eat or don't like to eat meat.
Mm-hmm. So give me an idea of what your product tastes like. Compare it to something I already know. Try.
That's the tough part. So, so what is really it's we try to get close to meat texture, but not taste. So it's about familiar texture. So it's bite resistant, it's juicy, and that is kind of what we're after. We're not about recreating meat that bleeds and stuff, but really new tastes. And so actually there's more places to try. There's also, you can go in Zurich and in Basel to Lily's, and there's currently a tonkatsu on the menu with Luja. And I would strongly recommend you to go and try for yourself, because I'm struggling to describe it usually because it's not so easy.
Okay. Thank you very much, Flavio Hagenbuch, and thank you very much, Anja König.
So let's discover now the third vertical, ICT, Information, Communication and Technology. For the UN Secretary, ICT have the potential to make the world better, make a better place, contribute immensely to sustainable development. How to deal without ICT today is nearly impossible. This year, 89 companies were competing, an increase of 25%, which is just amazing. Here are the three nominees. First, Lumiphase, developing product to make optical communication faster while saving massive amount of energy. Maptyler, software mapping platform for developers building websites and mobile apps. And Nimagna, delivering spectacular visually augmented content in next-gen collaboration application. Let's ask the three CEOs to join me here next to the stage and discover what they do with this video.
Hello everyone, we are Lumiphase. I'm standing here at one of our places of innovation, halfway between our headquarters at Kilchberg and the IBM campus in Zurich, where we are coming from. At Lumiphase, we build novel communication chips that are urgently needed by those who build data centers and network infrastructures. Being connected to data is today as vital as being connected to electricity or water. But why do we need new chips for that? Well, our data traffic is literally exploding. The whole IT industry is urgently looking for solutions to handle this exploding amount of data, and all are struggling with that. We at Lumiphase created a worldwide unique optical crystal technology that makes our products 10 times more efficient than any alternative today. With that, we are in a pole position to win a multi-billion-dollar race.
At Maptyler, we are developing a new generation of digital maps. Every month, more than 300 million people see our maps in websites and mobile applications of our customers. If you buy a train ticket in Switzerland or check a weather forecast in Germany, you have seen our maps already. Our team works on street and satellite maps of the entire world and runs a software platform which makes it easy to integrate your own data into the maps. Unlike Google Maps, we give our business clients the freedom to easily modify the maps, personalize it for individual customers, integrate it with information system, and even redistribute with their products. All of this without ads and privacy issues. Maps are the new web. Check maptyler.com for your next project.
We're Nimagna, and we will change the way people are communicating and collaborating remotely. Existing solutions require awkward toggling between presenter and content and lack non-verbal cues. This makes online meetings superficial and uninspiring.
Nimagna's mission is to bring real human connection to remote meetings. With our technology, teams can be immersed in online experiences that seamlessly integrate presenter and content. And with this, participants will get the feeling of being physically present in things like sales pitches, trainings, or demos. And most importantly, this can be done using existing equipment, and it works from a conference room or even from home. By focusing on interpersonal connections, Nimagna makes remote meetings feel alive.
And let's welcome on stage Stefan Abel, the co-CEO of Lumiphase, Peter Pridal, CEO of Maptyler, and Stefan Stadler, CEO of Nimagna. Bitte. Congratulations to you. You are the three finalists of the ICT. And now it's a question of knowing who has won this prize. Let's welcome the CEO of Sonova, member of the advisory, Arnd Kaldowski. Welcome.
Thank you.
Arnd, without telling the result, please go a little bit further on because of the lights, so it's perfect. What did you like with those three ICT finalists?
I think we all struggled to choose between the three because everybody was focused very uniquely on a differentiation for making the life of their customers better and really embedding some new ideas, but also new technology.
Choosing, you had to choose on the 1 or 2 points. We will see, and you will explain us what made the difference. It's time to take the envelope and announce the winner of this vertical, ICT vertical.
Oh, I make it really difficult. And the winner of the ICT vertical is Maptyler.
Peter Pridal, congratulations, winning of this vertical. Please stay with us. One word with the two other companies. Congratulations, you are the finalists in the ICT. With the second place of this year, Lumiphase, congratulations. And on the third place, Nimagna, please. Big applause for the two companies. Just a second, Peter, I give you back the microphone. You said you had to choose. What made the difference? Because you said it, they all want to make the life of their customer better.
I think with regard to Maptyler, two things. I think on the one hand, we found it quite brave that you take on the big guys in the marketplace, and I think everybody knows what we're talking about when we talk about maps. But on the second hand, really, the focus on being an open source system and having the followership you've created with more than 350,000 people using your solution as freeware, but clearly showing the benefits of the solution.
Thank you, Arndt. Danke. Noch 2 Minuten, bitte. Peter, this is for you. You have some very famous brands with you. You have SBB, the train in Switzerland, you have the NASA, you have IBM. How do you manage to have the right solution for every customer?
The trick is we are serving developers. So there is a huge power in the software development, and that brings various applications. So you can find, choose the open source and the free version. You find our maps also in Africa for kids who are learning without internet connection how the world look like. And that's just because of the effort of the developers. So the developers is what opens the gates and new ways to using the maps in new environments.
You are a winning team tonight, but did you experience failures, lot of failures, or maybe very important backwards milestones previously?
Yeah, I failed my bachelor, in fact. So a good message to any students here that if you
really, what happened?
I got an idea to implement a software, which I did. That was in the time when macOS 10 launched. So it played the videos, and just 3 weeks after, it was downloaded by 8 million people.
Not too bad.
So that kind of like a message is, if you fail, try to find something good on it. Because for me, this failure opened a new world of options and possibilities. Just think about what you do. And implement it, make it happen, and then the world will accept it and see it.
This is a nice message. Congratulations. Merci beaucoup. Peter, you are qualified for the grand prize, and maybe we'll add some 100,000 francs to the prize from tonight. You already won 50,000. Congratulations. See you later, perhaps, maybe. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Throw this away. So we have seen 9 startups so far. 2 verticals are still missing. Let's proceed to the 4th vertical, industrials and engineering. The ideas are promising as energy and sustainability are keywords of the future. The 3 winning teams in this vertical are Cova Thermal Solution. They develop compact thermal energy storages to boost renewables in building. InfraScreen produces smart materials to make agriculture greenhouses more sustainable and natural loop. They advocate sustainable development through the production of natural biocomposites. Let's see what they are doing exactly.
We are Cova Thermal Solutions, a spin-off founded in 2019. We are boosting renewable energies by compact thermal energy storage. Our technology is based on capsules which are stacked into conventional buffer storage, increasing their capacity by up to factor 4. Our technology is highly modular and scalable, and it is based on food additives which are non-toxic, fully recyclable, and of course non-flammable. The building sector is going through a huge transition towards renewable energies. We have a key technology to support this trend. Join us on our journey.
Because of climate change and because we all want to eat truly healthy pesticide-free foods, we are going in the future to grow more and more in protected environments in high-tech greenhouses. The problem today is that these greenhouses, in order to protect the crop, they use a lot of energy. What we're here for at InfoScreen is to help them decrease the amount of energy that they use and ultimately become truly carbon-free and truly sustainable. Our product is an innovative cover that is extremely good at keeping radiative energy inside the greenhouse without having any negative effect on the growth of the crops. At InfoScreen, we believe that it is the combination of technology and nature that will allow us tomorrow to feed the world with truly healthy, sustainable fruits and vegetables.
NatureLoop is a spin-off from Bern University of Applied Sciences. We are a team of 5 passionate individuals from various educational and professional backgrounds. Our mission is to boost the global availability of sustainable products for furniture and construction applications. And we do this by upcycling or transforming agricultural residues into panels that fulfill the same use as wood products. Our first product, Cocoa Board, is made from coconut husk fibers and a natural adhesive. It has a 100% bio-based composition, superior performance to commercially available products, and it has the potential to boost the livelihood of local farming communities. At NatureLoop, we strive for balance between preservation and responsible consumption of nature.
So please welcome on stage the CEOs of the 3 winning teams, Daniel Dinizzo from NatureLoop, Remo Waser from Cobalt Thermal Solution, and Henri Delalande from InfoScreen. Please. And a very warm welcome for the advisory board member to hand over the prize in this vertical. Calvin Grieder, chairman of the board of directors of Bühler. Please welcome him on stage. Herr Grieder, guten Abend. There are a lot of sustainable energy solution, a lot of ideas around. How clear was the first prize in this vertical? How much did you struggle?
Well, we used to, in the industry, we used to use our engineering thoughts to make better products. And we actually were intrigued that all these companies, they really made sustainability the center of their products. And it was very important for us that we see a solution where you really take bioproducts and you do something for what you use in life every day.
In everyday life. So let's see who made the best pitch and who wins this vertical.
This time it's NatureLoop. Congratulations.
Congratulations to NatureLoop. The second prize goes to InfoScreen. Congratulations as well. And the third prize to Cobalt Thermal Solutions. Congrats to everybody. You made a great job being here tonight. You please stay with us for a second. Thank you. Which argument convinced you the most about them?
Actually interesting, it was not the product. It was, first of all, the team, great energy, and also an international team, because they are going to the market internationally. And secondly, and that's maybe also for other teams, they had some vision what they could do if they fail with the first product. So it's not a single product idea, but they have a vision what they can do after they possibly succeeded or failed with their existing product.
Thank you. So let me ask, please stay with us. So what would you do if you failed or succeeded? What was the plan B that you convinced?
I think with our team, we would continue, certainly. I think we have the right bunch to continue going. And we're fortunate because the product is a people's product. And I think from the customer side and all the support we have through the help of the Institute, it was very natural for us to come in and do the work that needed to be done to get it to the next level. So if we could just get this one out there, we know that there's room for more. We have our eyes on the first product, but of course it's nice to dream, and venture allowed us to do that. So.
What was the biggest obstacle so far?
Biggest obstacle? Partnerships.
Okay.
Partnerships, especially in the Philippines. We had some hurdles and we got through it together, and I think the path has been more clear since converting, finding a new route.
So apart from coconut husk fiber, what else do you have on the plan?
So within the coconut husk fiber, there's already a lot for us, but we think beyond furniture and construction products, there's opportunities to tap into plastics and really letting the local agricultural market dictate where we go. So here in Europe, there's opportunity with rice and wheat. So it's quite exciting to dream in this sense, but of course we're focused on the first products through CocoBoard.
All the best.
Thank you so much.
Daniel Denizzo, congratulations, Mr. Grida. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We know already 4 teams qualified for the grand prize. At each time, it's only the CEO coming on stage. Unfortunately, it's a question of COVID. You are wearing masks, but it's a pleasure to see you. That many people, seeing that many people here is very encouraging, but we could have a warm applause for all the teams who are in the room, please. It's time for me to welcome the 3 finalists of the Retail and Consumer Service vertical. 3 companies, there were 69 competing. Boostbar, they offer you to change the way you break at work. Better, more sustainable, and lower costs. Bottle Plus, a reusable water bottle brand that allows you to create your own sparkling water anytime, anywhere, without single use of plastics. And Josum, they developed the first smart teeth whitening kit. I should use it. Connected to a mobile that individualizes treatment and monitors progress. Before having the 3 CEOs on stage, let's discover with the video what they exactly do.
Imagine you're an office manager. How do you provide food and beverages to your staff and visitors? In a large site, you probably have a canteen. But if you're like most businesses, you operate a patchwork of different solutions. They're complex, they're probably incomplete, and they're either unattractive or costly. Boostbar radically simplifies this task. Our modular solution combines technology and design, and it allows any business, no matter whether 20 employees or 1,000, to bring healthy foods, coffee, snacks, and drinks to their employees and visitors. And this at up to 81% lower costs than alternatives. And with that, Boostbar makes it simple and affordable for companies to create inspiring breaks at work.
I'm one of the 5 co-founders of Bottle Plus. Bottle Plus is a reusable water bottle to produce sparkling water anytime and anywhere. It works with a detachable adapter that includes a CO2 gas tank, which is sufficient to produce up to 15 bottles of sparkling water on the go. Once the gas tank runs empty, you can simply refill it at your home refilling station. We currently have a crowdfunding campaign running on Kickstarter where you can pre-order the bottle together with the refilling station at a discounted price. The concept of Bottle Plus is the first of its kind, which allows to enjoy fresh sparkling water wherever you are, also at remote places, for example during a hike. It also follows circular economy principles as there is zero waste because we can eliminate the need to buy plastic bottles in stores.
Josum is a startup based in Geneva, active in the oral care sector. Under the trademark of the Bright Lab, we have developed the first teeth whitening kit that provides tailor-made treatment. None of existing teeth whitening solution takes into consideration that each individual reacts differently to the same treatment. This color depends on genetic factors as well as consumption of certain type of product, such as wine, tea, or cigarettes. Our product is able to monitor users' progress. Thanks to our machine learning algorithm, the app will suggest the customer for how long and how often he needs to apply the gel in order to get the best results. With the Bright Lab, each user will get a personalized experience based on their specific needs.
Please welcome on stage Pascal Hofer from Boost Bar, Christian Kaiser from Butter Plus, and Simon Meillet from Jawsome. Please welcome on stage. Congratulations. Félicitations. My pleasure now to welcome on stage AB member, CEO and co-founder HQ Materials, Carlo Centonze. Welcome.
Thank you.
Carlo, I want to summarize quite briefly, but improving the way of having break at work, with or without, not you, but sparkling water, and with marvelous white teeth. It's a very large scope. On which point did the jury have to focus to have the decision?
Well, all these guys are in cutthroat markets, consumers, retail. So it comes down to a couple of essential things. A very well thought through business model and a robust team to make it when adversity hits.
And also the pitch, I imagine. It's when you have a team in front of you pitching, is there something you are looking specially there, or are you focusing on the product?
No, I'm always focusing on the team and the pitch. That's very important for entrepreneurs.
So it's time now to give you the envelope of the...
Sorry.
No, it's okay, Monsieur Licky. Pas de problème.
I was listening to the song.
I keep this one. Please announce the winner of this ACT.
So the winner this time is Boost Bar.
So this is not ACT, sorry, it was a mistake, emotion, sorry for that. It's the Vertical Retail and Consumer Services, congratulations. We have two other teams. You are also their winning teams. You have maybe some details on the pitch, maybe something to improve, but the business model is there and the idea is good, so congratulations. Please welcome and congratulate the second place for Butter Plus. Yes, you can give a big applause. And congratulations to all the team. And on the third place, the Bright Lab. Congratulations. So you had to choose. Yes, gentlemen, please. You had to choose. You told me a couple of seconds ago that you were focusing on the team. Explain us what made the difference for them.
Well, these guys put together a crack team that has experience from the industry. They had a very clear thought on how they wanted to structure their business model, and that's something that you don't see very frequently. I have no doubt that they will be successful. I'm putting my money on them.
When you say you don't see that frequently, at this stage for a startup, you mean?
This very high focus already on exactly how to deliver your solution to the customer, that's something that stood out for Boost Bar, and I think it's something that all should really think of. Business models are important. It's innovation that is important, it's technology, but I always ask, what's your business model? How do you actually succeed in bringing what you have to consumer, to market?
And this made the difference.
This made the difference.
Thank you so much. Merci. Please go a bit further on. What is the favorite food provided by Boost Bar?
It changes on every site. Gnocchi for me personally, but the whole thing about Boost Bar is to try to address the needs of different workplaces. I would need to ask the data team for a download if you want a precise answer.
Now I want another answer. It's more of the question of the pandemic. Did it change your approach? Did it change also your business model? Knowing that you want to improve break at work, and now people are more and more working from home.
I'm still focused on the workplace because my customer, of course, there's the end consumer who eats, but my customer is a B2B customer. And the B2B customer, be it an office manager, a buyer, HR, their problem became bigger. And the market shrank a bit in vending, but you've got all the canteens and all the alternative food providers that are struggling. So our focus has been on B2B, and from day one we were clear we're not going to send packages to home office. It's all about building long-term relationships with B2B customers.
Congratulations, as you say, they already know what they want to do and the further steps. Congratulations, bravo, félicitations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, it's now a special moment, Vasiliki.
Yes.
It's a special moment because it's the moment we are all waiting for.
Exactly, because the winner of each vertical, they pitched again against each other, and of course, they got away with some cash, but the big cash is coming now.
Yeah, because they earned all 50,000 Swiss francs, and there are an additional 100,000 Swiss francs for the winner. And if you remember, for 2 years it was Depoli who won the award. Depoli developing a novel solution allowing the chemical recycling of PET plastic. It was here in Zurich. It was maybe 40 degrees in this room, you remember maybe. It was very, very hot. And last year it was Oxyle, a startup dedicated to the sustainable removal of micropollutants from wastewater.
Exactly. Who will be the winner of the grand prize this year? Let's just think about...
Remember the 5, huh?
Exactly, remember the 5. So finance and insurance was?
Lina. Health and nutrition was?
Luja.
ICT was Maptyler.
Industrials and engineer, Natural Loop.
Retail and consumer services, Boozbar, we just saw them.
Exactly, but it's not going to be us, of course, to hand over the award, but a member of the advisory board. And it's a pleasure and honor. Please welcome with a warm applause, Dr. Severin Schwan, Roche CEO for 13 years. Guten Abend, herzlich willkommen. Ein bisschen weiter nach vorne. Sehr gut. You've been doing this now for a while. What changes can you see in the startups?
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing and fabulous how the startup scene in Switzerland has developed. I mean, I remember, at least in the industry where I'm active, in the life science industry, 20 years ago, there was almost nothing in Switzerland. I mean, literally almost nothing. I joined 14 years ago. There were a couple of companies. It was all at a very small scale. And if you look what has happened in the meantime in Switzerland, it's amazing. I mean, it's amazing. The number of spin-off companies around the ETH, the EPFL, other universities, the money which has flown into Switzerland from venture capital, and most importantly, if you see now the success of many of those companies. Actually, we had an apéro beforehand where we spoke with some of the alumnus, and one of the companies was at a competition when I joined the first time 14 years ago, and they're very successful. They have created lots of jobs. They've built up a real business, and there are so many more examples. I mean, it's really fantastic, I have to say. So from nothing to what we see today, and it's amazing.
And what made the big difference? Is it just the environment that changed? The more money, and all these institutions that have supported the startups, or what makes the big difference?
I think it needs ecosystems where you have renowned universities, where you have bigger companies, where you have smaller companies, where you have a good framework. All of that attracts the right talent, and that at the end of the day is the basis for what we have seen over the years. It's not one single reason. I think a lot of things have to come together. But certainly venture played an enormous role here, and I have to say we owe a big gratitude to the initial days in particular, when Thomas and the ETH kind of struck this alliance, and it's fantastic to see how this has developed now over the years.
Mm-hmm. The grand prize winner did the best job today. There were a lot of pitches. Without giving away the winner, how important was not so much the product, but also the pitch, like to sell yourself?
Yeah, certainly it plays a role to get an impression of the team, of course. That gives you the confidence that they can make something out of it. But personally, I believe it needs, at the end of the day, two things. You need a cool product, right? And perhaps even more importantly, you need to find a customer who pays for it. And if those two things come together, right, a product and a customer who pays for it, that's what we call a business. I mean, all the companies who made it to the final round, and the 5 companies we see on the screen, I mean, all of those companies have come to that level, right? You can clearly see how the product or the product concept is developing, and you can see the demand in the market. So all of them took that hurdle. But of course, behind all of that is great people and the team, and that plays an important role.
So let's have a look on the envelope. Exactly, please. Oh yeah.
So, the grand champion is Maptyler.
Come on stage, the whole team. Yes. Great, congratulations to all of you.
Wow. Maybe before we ask you 2 questions, just cool down a little bit. Explain what you liked with Maptyler.
I mean, they have a really cool product. I mean, I didn't know about the company beforehand, I have to say, but I had the opportunity then to look a bit on the internet, and of course there was the pitch, and it's really, I mean, you almost kind of want to call them up to get the product. And what I said beforehand, I mean, they have real customers, I mean, big customers, and in a very short period of time. I mean, you started 2017, if I got it wrong, right, sorry. And within 3-4 years, in spite of Corona and everything, they have built up a really tremendous customer base and have many, incredibly successful and many users already behind those customers. I mean, this is a real success story. I have no doubt they will be very successful. And it's fantastic to see how they take on Google, I have to say.
Congratulations. Please, warm welcome. Come in front. Do you take the microphone? Four years ago, 5 years ago, and you're also already fighting against Google.
Yeah, a little bit. Spitzli.
Spitzli, sure, huh? Yeah. Did you expect after the 2 pitches to be here with the grand prize?
No, thank you very much. I'm really surprised. It's a great honor to receive the prize, and it's also great everybody on the camera, the whole team, for working on this. This is a true sign of appreciation for the hard work of many people in the team. So thank you very much. Wow.
A word perhaps to your both colleagues, and the rest of the team is there, but what do you want to say to them in front?
It has been a ride, and I believe we will have a couple of years more for sure. and this is just open eyes and looking for what comes next. That's all the time in the business. So thank you Thank you, and also you there.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the grand prize winner of Venture 2021 edition, please, a warm welcome and a warm applause. I just want to take the opportunity, a couple of seconds. Yeah?
Yes, no?
It's good.
The picture together with Mr. Schwan
Okay.
been the plan.
What we might do, perhaps we do it just at the end of the ceremony with the winning team, and then we ask also Pelefan to come back on stage for taking the picture. I just want to take a couple of seconds just to congratulate the 4 other finalists of the grand prize. For sure, it's 100,000 Swiss francs. It's not nothing, especially when you are a startup. But I mean, you impressed the jury of the AB members for sure, and it's a pleasure year after year to see your ideas in different verticals, and it's a real pleasure and an honor to be with you, so congratulations to all the 5 finalists and all the 347 teams.
I'm really wondering if they were listening to their parents before doing this startup. Well, 4 minutes over the time. I think we're doing very well. It would be very bad at the Tagesschau or the Téléjournal, mais ici on est bien. Alors, this was the Venture Awards 2021, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned if you're online, and if you want to submit any business idea, do so. The kickoff for the next year's competition is in November.
And you have to mark one date in your calendar. The first one is March the 3rd. March the 3rd, it's the submission deadline. Please save the date.
Exactly. The second one is June 28th. If everything goes well, and if everything works out, we'll see you next year on the next Venture competition, and it will mark the 25th anniversary of Venture.
25th anniversary. I want to say a couple of words for the AB members. Thank you so much, AB members, to be there, to challenge the different startups. It's not always easy to make a choice. Maybe sometimes you doubt, maybe not. It's the same for a startup life. But anyway, merci beaucoup de votre participation. C'était un plaisir une fois de plus d'être parmi vous, et surtout en chair et en os. Alors oui, vous avez des masques, mais quel plaisir de voir autant de monde. It's a real pleasure to see you here in Zurich.
Exactly. Thank you for your time, everybody. Thank you for being here, and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. So we just ask the winning team from the Audience Award and the winning team from the Grand Prize to come down to take a picture. And so I wish you a wonderful evening. On est presque à l'heure.